I've always been very disappointed that the public perception of punk was that it was all about violence. It was all about gobbing and spitting and being anti-establishment. There was much more to it than that. It was actually a community which invited people to come together. It was very inclusive. You know, people who otherwise would never have thought of coming together under the same banner. You know, there's no doubt about that. And it was therefore, for young people like myself, a real eye-opener. I'm now going to meet a singer turned BBC DJ who, after seeing the Sex Pistols live, completely changed direction and became a forthright activist who sang about what he thought really mattered.
Sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Hey, sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way.
Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
Well, I'm very well.
I was in a soft rock vocal harmony trio, and I realised after seeing the Pistols that whatever the next big thing was going to be, it was not a soft rock vocal harmony trio.
Well, standing in that crowd, you know, did a light come on in the dark?
No, I hated it. Walking in there and seeing the Sex Pistols not bothering to tune up.
I am an anti-coaster.
Not bothering to turn up on time.
I am an anarcho-coaster.
Insulting the audience.
Don't know what I want, but I know how to get it.
First thing Rotten says when he gets on stage is, "Who's gonna buy me a drink?" It didn't matter if you could sing in tune. It didn't matter if your lyrics were a bit rough around the edges, so long as they were real. It had to be real, and it had to be loud, and it had to be about what was actually happening out there on the street at the time. I walked out after about 15 minutes, but my world had completely been shaken to pieces. The British police are the best in the world. I don't believe one of these stories I've heard about them raiding our pubs for no reason at all, lining the customers up by the wall. What became apparent at the same time as seeing the Sex Pistols and becoming politicised through the kind of tenets of gay liberation is that you either live in a free and fair society or you don't.
You don't have to be gay to sing on this chorus, but it helps.
Sing if you're glad to be gay. Sing if you're happy that way. Hey.
Again, to put it back into context, at that time, homophobia was rife. Gay men didn't come out. People will say you were extraordinarily brave to stand up at that point. I mean, you didn't only stand up, you stood up and shouted.
Actually, Chris, I didn't have the choice. Having moved to London aged 23 and immediately come out and embraced gay liberation like a religion and literally made a song and dance about it, by the time I had a mainstream career, I couldn't possibly at any point have gone back in the closet or distanced myself from it or said, oh no, that wasn't really true, because it was true. And you know, I didn't have the luxury of being able to go in the closet, and I didn't have any desire to go back in the closet.